So what you're saying is it comes with more, but I've got like 9 in here. I've got half the package in here.
Okay,
Anyway.
but that's not the package. If it comes in a pack of 18, I need to know that. I understand I'm not supposed to eat, an entire bag of Skippy PB bites either. But when we get around to those, it's entirely possible I'll eat the entire fucking bag of Skippy PB bites. I don't know.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know how much he's going to consume. He doesn't know. There's so much he doesn't know.
Ah, damn it.
I can see where this one's going already.
Yeah, it's no mystery where this one's going.
There's no mystery. If you and I were guys who were like, look at that low-hanging fruit, that's not for me, we wouldn't know where it was going. But you and I see low-hanging fruit, we're like, it's right there.
That fruit's right there. That fruit is right there for the taking.
We think it's stupid of people to go like, well, no.
Let me get a ladder.
Yeah. Or they're like, go up the higher road and find higher fruit. And we're like,
there's fruits hanging right there. Look how low hanging those fruits are.
Oh my God. They're doink, doink. They're like this.
You cannot make that sound and then not say stormtroopers hitting the ground.
There, we just did it.
Low-hanging fruit. Hit the ground. This snack today. Oh, by the way, the Mike and Tom Eat Snacks. That's the podcast you're listening to with my good friend, Tom Canada.
My good friend, Michael Ian Black, sang a song which I hope that you'd recorded, and we had it recorded, and then we changed like phones, and it didn't. This is back in 2006, so you couldn't. But it was around the time we were regulars at the U.S. Open, and the song was like, "Give me that fucking thing," I said. "Give me that fucking thing." It was just a really good tune.
Give me that fucking thing, I said. Give me that fucking thing.
But it went on and on and on. But that was the tune.
Well, I don't see how it wouldn't go on and on.
Yeah, I only illustrate that as like low hanging fruit. Those guys are like, "That's a great song." These two guys are like, "Hey, give me that fucking thing," I said. "Give me that fucking thing."
Great song.
"Give me that fucking thing," I said. "Give me that fucking thing."
Well, now it's re-recorded. Now you don't have to worry about whether it was recorded, and now we got it.
And not only that, now the mateys, our beloved viewers, which I don't know, can just go like, "Hey, we have like an original piece, piece from Mike and Tom."
Give me the fucking thing, I said. Give me that fucking thing.
Perfect.
Hey, speaking of dumb songs,
what
I saw last night at the City Center opening night of Bigfoot, the new musical by my friend Amber Ruffin. Terrific.
Oh.
Just very fun and dumb. Just so dumb in
Where's
the best
it at?
way. City Center. City Center.
I'm writing that down because, believe it or not, I mean, it's hard to believe.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. All right.
Are you buddies with Amber?
When you were the closing speaker and she was sort of like the opening act, she did a great job at the last time I saw you both on stage at the same time. Congratulated her the next day. I'm like, "You're great." She's like, one of those people that doesn't handle praise, which I respect and can relate to. And you were phenomenal. So I know her enough to go like, "You're amazing," and for her to go like, "Oh," That's our relationship. But I've been working on this kind of like, which I'll share with you off camera. I've been working on this kind of like this Bigfoot kind of thing.
She already did it.
Well,
it's a whole musical. It's
wow.
Terrific. There's songs. There's a Bigfoot. There's a water park element.
Yeah.
I know you like a water park element. You're going to love this thing.
I worry that she's like, 6 months of work, she's just going to torpedo, but maybe not.
She's been working on it for 10 years. 10 years it took to get this thing to City Center. City Center.
Stitty Center.
Stitty Center.
Stitty Center.
I'm kind of excited. I kind of just want to get to it because I don't even know. I don't know what this is. This is one of those snacks that looks like it's been around forever, in some other godforsaken country that I've never even heard of.
Okay, well, we started this thing with the low-hanging fruit
What were we even talking about when we were talking about well, in reference to what? Because this snack is not low-hanging fruit.
No, because of the name of it prompted us to
Oh,
then go to an accent, which
that's
is,
right.
of course, you could see that's what we were going to do.
Of course we were going to do that. You know, look, America's at war. You think we're going to like celebrate some foreign-made snacks on this podcast? Maybe, because we play it
We
straight.
play it straight.
That's what we're all about. It's not what we're about, but it is what we do.
What we do, what we're about is respect for women. But what we do is
Obviously.
we pick a snack.
Then
We
we eat
operate
it.
we operate by the purse system. You're all familiar, but we pick it.
Mm-hmm.
We eat it.
Mm-hmm. Hit them with the hammer. Because yeah, you pick it. Yeah, you eat it.
And with the R, yeah, we eat it. Yeah, we eat it. You're like, yeah, well, that makes sense. I eat
Yeah,
snacks.
of course you're gonna eat it. All right. Well, great podcast. No, buddy.
No, buddy, we rate it.
Yep.
That's the R in the purse system. We pick, we eat, we rate.
That's the hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Today on Mike and Tom Eat Snacks, it's a snack I've never heard of by a company I shouldn't say a company, a brand I've never heard of. The brand is Ricolino. The snack is Duvalin, hazelnut strawberry candy something. Hazelnut strawberry artificially flavored candy.
Well, so when we had this snack, the first thing we did, it's like this, folks. If you can see, which I don't know if you can, ever a chance that you could see, Duvalin, Duvalin, and it could be Duvalin for all we know.
It could be, but I also think it could be Duvalin.
But right away, both of us were like, Duvalin.
Of course, you're gonna do the Duvalin.
In the gentleman caller is now in the foyer, madame. It's Count Duvalin, and he has come long distances with his horse and buggy, and we are putting them up in the barn. And he looks to stay for a tea and a conversation with your highness, like that.
Of course. You're not going to show up at the saucer, flash some Duvalin, and not think to yourself, these guys are going to do the dumb accent. Of course we are. Why are we even having the conversation?
I can't believe that this is a thing that comes up. It's like, maybe if you're a tourist and you see the saucer. No, if you're
maybe.
If you see the saucer in the distance, and you're like, what's that? You know, and they're like,
right.
And you're like, what's with the accents? You know what I mean? Because
Sure,
you look at the gleaming saucer, and
if you're just looking at the saucer and you don't know that's Mates Worldwide HQ, then yeah, maybe you're like, what's with the accents? But as soon as you see the enormous billboard of our faces in front, well, on all sides of the saucer, really, you're going to say, oh, that's the saucer. Of course they're going to do the accents.
Yeah,
of course.
You can't miss it. It's projected. It's it's all the latest tech. It's 3D. It's holographic. It's us.
It's us. We've got it on the electrified fence. Because, when you show up, there's going to be a fence. It's going to be electrified. Our faces are going to be on that fence. Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. And if you get zapped because you're not paying attention, that's on you.
Well, that's on you, buddy.
What our lawyers tell us. Our lawyers tell us, that's on you.
Yeah. There's plenty of signage.
There's just a zap, zolt, zolt. And it's not like in English because we're xenophobic, right? No, it's like, it's every language, but also it's like jolting. And then we did the model, right? That was you. Right? You're like, and we're like, and we profile Michael. And they were just like, and then zoom, you're up there.
I'll tell you a funny story about that. They were like, Reg, who did the fence, he's got this big fence company. His name is Reg. Great guy. He said when he, his family business, when he and his crew were putting up the fence, they showed me the caricature of the lightning guy. And they said, do you want to use this? I said, it's the saucer. Maybe we do something a little tailor-made. Why don't I'll pose for the thing. He's like, you can pose for the thing if you want. So, I did the thing, and he's looking at me, and I could tell he wasn't thrilled. Like, he didn't love what I was doing.
Wait, now, so back it up. So you went to our studio, right? Like the photo studio.
Yeah, I went to the studio.
So he came to you. So we did it at the saucer in the studio.
Well, yeah, and his wife Kath, she was the photographer. We had the psych up, the big white wall up, so they could photograph, they could Photoshop whatever they wanted, and they're saying, okay, act like you're electrified. So I'm acting like I'm electrified. I do
And
it.
what didn't he like?
I don't know. He said, his whole business is electric fences, right?
Yeah.
So Kath is saying, Kath is like whispering to Reg as I'm doing the thing. And I don't know,
By the way, I don't like that.
I don't like it either, but I think she doesn't want to overstep. You know what I mean? Because it's
right,
like
but when I'm acting and I and I look off camera, and I get this,
yeah, you get whisperer, you don't want that. Yeah, thumbs down. No, you don't want that at all.
yeah, and you're like, oh, Josh Charles,
Josh Charles,
and they're
would be
like,
so
you can
much
see them
better.
like on the phone. Hi, it's so and so from so and so. He's not, and then like I'm like, should I continue?
Mhm.
And they're like, yeah, no, we're loving it. We're
Mhm.
loving it.
Mhm.
And like,
and you can feel they're probably not loving it. You can feel that.
Thomas Sadowski. I can hear
great.
them.
Would be
And
great.
it's just like, yeah, but I was cast. I had the job.
Josh Charles would be great. Who's the other guy?
Yeah, it's like Thomas Sadowski.
Oh, he's great. He'd
Yeah,
be great.
but I'm great.
Can I just?
What?
Hmm?
No, who are you talking to?
I'm not talking to anybody. We love what you're doing. Keep going.
Josh Hamilton.
Oh, Josh Hamilton.
What?
What?
No, but
Mike and Josh eat snacks.
yeah.
I mean, it sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's either going to be Hamilton or Charles. Mike and Josh eat snacks. I went up a little.
Because if Sadowski gets it,
then we're great.
you don't have to change any signage.
Oh, I love it. So Kath is whispering to Reg, and Reg says, this is their whole business, right? And Reg says to me, have you ever been electrocuted? And I'm like, I put a fork in the toaster and I did that. And I've done that a lot. And he goes, we have a whole conversation about why I keep doing it, blah, 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 blah. And he says, but I'm talking about like really electrocuted. I say, no. He says, because that's not what it looks like, and because I'm doing this. I'm doing jazz hands. I'm doing big smile. I'm like, I'm doing Fosse, sort of like a Fosse rendition of Electrocuted, which I think is going to play great. For our fans, they love Fosse. And he says, that's not what it looks like. So I'm like, well, what does it look like? He takes me out to the fence. He says, touch the fence. I'm like, I'm not touching the fence. He's like, well, do you want to do the thing or not? I go, not if I have to touch the fence. He goes, I'll turn it down.
Oh.
He goes, I'll turn it down. I don't know what he adjusts, but he adjusts a little thing. He goes, now you can touch it. You'll get the sense, but it's not.
So are you a little? I mean, you're a little concerned.
Very concerned. Are you kidding me? But now I have to weigh what's more important to me, having my image on the fence, or and satisfying that ego, or just saying, you know what, the original caricature is fine. The original guy, the silhouette. And of course, I'm thinking, well, it's more important to me that my ego be satisfied. So I grab hold of that fence. He did not turn it down. He had pantomimed turning it down.
Oh.
Okay.
So he went, hey, look, I turned it down.
And in retrospect, I should have known, because he's making like a dial motion, like he's turning on a dial. There's no dial on the fence. If there was a dial on the fence, everybody would turn it down.
Just turn it down. Yeah, sure. They show up and then pop over and you head to the saucer. Of course, you're right.
So I wake up, I don't know how much later, 45 minutes later or something. You remember when I came in the saucer and my hands were all bandaged and everything?
Yeah,
and everybody's like, what happened? I'm
I thought it was
nothing.
Hubbard accident. Yeah.
Right. No, it was that, because I felt like an idiot. I was embarrassed to say, because I fell for the old turn down the dial on the electric fence trick. Now, when you approach mates and you see that the guy being electrocuted is in the fetal position, that's because that's what I look like after I touch the fence.
Right. It doesn't really translate to like, look out, because it doesn't. It's just this, right?
Right. But Reg tells me that's more realistic, that you'll zap and fall in the fetal position on the ground dead.
But do people? Yeah, sure. I mean, I see the logic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but do the people does it translate? In other words,
well, I mean, we've told the story about how we got, our intern is out there and just getting rid of the body. He loves it.
Loves that job.
So no, obviously it doesn't translate.
Yeah, we're trying to promote,
but it's more realistic. And that's, I honestly, I feel like if you're going to play it straight in the snack game, you got to play it straight in the electric fence game.
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying. even if it involves like potential death. Like they're just trying to get it right.
You got to educate people, you know, and if a few hundred people end up balled up under the fence to learn the lesson, well, so be it.
That's a Wednesday for our intern and loves that job. Won't get promoted.
Mike and Tom eat snacks on the internet.
Duvalin.
Duvalin.
Well, this thing is interesting to me.
It sure is. It's confusing for a few reasons. Why don't you start?
I mean, it's confusing for a number of reasons.
No, that's a good start.
But my point is this. I guess where I'm going with this is what? That's sort of where I come out. Like
I think that's the right question. What? So what I'm looking at an individual serving size of Duvalin, which looks to be almost like a pudding, like a candy pudding. It's in a little container. It appears to be soft. It's half hazelnut, half strawberry. And here's something that I find interesting, Tom. If you look at the packaging, it says choking and or injury risk, not suitable for children under 4. This is just pudding. Why can't a child under 4 eat this?
And this is what it should be. This snack appears to me like this is for either a politician in their 70s, 80s, or a child under 4. So
Yes.
right away, I'm like, what are we doing?
And by the way, the kid on the front of the package, they've got a cartoon kid up here who has almost no nose, by the way. The nose is practically non-existent, but he looks to be about at most 5. At most.
Yeah, exactly right. He's elfin. It seems one of the things about this, it's just, look at, I'm holding it up for scale. It's just so darn small. It's a jam package in, that they give away for free.
Right. It's exactly the size of like a jam package that you get at IHOP or something. That's exactly right.
This kind of thing falls into like the whole category of what's the point? Like I look at all the plastic that goes into this, the foil packet on top of it, the design, the drawing the kid that you can barely see.
Barely see his nose. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, if he has a nose.
Can't even tell if he has a nose. Do you have a nose?
And they call it a piece, one piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here going,
what's the point? What's the point? What are we doing?
It's a little, what's the pointish, they've given us these spoons.
Okay. So I can only imagine that this was sold as a pack of 10 because we now, and somehow they opened, the Realm people took the liberties. Amaya, did you take the liberty of opening up a package of 10, dumping it in the box, and throwing in the plastic spoons? Where did the spoons come from? Okay, so there was a full package of this. Amaya, that's not playing it straight. That's not playing it straight.
We have...
What are you doing?
We have had a great run with Amaya, and I feel
what a great run. Flawless. What a rookie season.
Amaya's gonna be like, I don't need this. I don't need this.
Well, look, is she coachable or not? We brought Amaya into the league, and we're thinking to herself, she's a 5-tool player. She's got everything.
5 tools.
But is she coachable? A lot of raw talent there. No question. Got all the gifts. She can see the court. She, smarts, everything. But is she coachable? I don't know. This is the first big test.
The thing with the superstar athlete of today is from a very early age, the superstar athlete is like, like they're
coddled, they're feted, they're pampered.
Yeah. They're making more money than you can almost make as a producer, on a podcast. So they're like, we don't care. Take your Duvalin, suck it. Like there's a lot of like, can you blame anyone for that? Not really. Because, since they're like 11, 12, right?
Oh, the world is being offered to them, Hey, here's some sneakers. Here's some snacks, whatever you want.
Yeah. Nobody is saying, hey, whoa, we should consider something. Duvalin, like, look at this Duvalin thing here. So what you're saying is it comes with more, but I've got like 9 in here, and I've got half the package in here.
Okay, anyway. But that's not the package. If it comes in a pack of 18, I need to know that. I understand I'm not supposed to eat, an entire bag of Skippy PB bites either. But when we get around to those, it's entirely possible I'll eat the entire fucking bag of Skippy PB bites. I don't know.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know how much he's going to consume. He doesn't know. There's so much he doesn't know.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Are we even still playing it straight at this point? I like to think we are.
I think we're playing it straight.
I think we are. And look, this is just a teachable moment for everybody.
What did we have last?
Oh, the anisette cookies.
And I got through half of one. So you got through 2, I think.
I got through 2.
That was a whole package. So anyway, I look at this Duvalin and I'm not like, yep, I need 9 of these.
No, you definitely do not.
And here's what I'm just going to get right into it because I'm just so.
Okay, while you do that.
Tiny letters, by the way, tiny writing. Like, this is just mesmerizing to me. It's almost like a movie where you shrunk the kids or something. It's just kind of like, it says, and you can't read it. It says new look in red. You see it on the top right? New look, and then unreadable because it's so small, same flavor. So in other words, we're like, yeah, we changed the package.
That's right.
And what's the new flavor? Nah.
Same flavor.
Same flavor.
So when you sample this, keep in mind that they changed the look and decided that the flavor was already perfect. So when you take your first bite of that, just keep that in mind.
Yeah. What I also want to draw attention to is they're like, so they're going to go to pains to like, to change the look, which means you could be like somebody, I'm sure it comes up. So it's the same format, or like, we're going to go like, like double size, right? Because surely that must be a thing. They're like, no. We'll order a drawing of a little kid, no nose this time. We'll swirl it up. Maybe the colors are different. We don't know. We haven't had Duvalin before.
Maybe make the font a little smaller.
Yeah, but they're like, it's just the writing, and then we'll just keep the size. Which is the size is the thing I can't get around. Like, it's just.
It may be, well, it's only got 80 calories per. It may be that, because it's made for children. That's why it's so small, because it's made for children. It's the size of a butter packet because it's made for children under the age of 4 who apparently are at enormous risk of injury or death if they consume this.
Because what they enclose with it is a little spoon to eat it with, and that's going to kill 50% of the kids, and they know that.
While you're sampling the Duvalin, I have an epilogue to the anisette cookies.
Hello.
We eat the Stelladoro anisette cookies. Tom rates them, I think it was 4.5 or something. I rate them 6.5. There's a little bit of a spread there. Afterwards, Martha says to me, "What are those Stelladoro cookies?" I say, "Yeah, they weren't great, but they're pretty good." She sticks them in the cookie jar with the homemade oatmeal and raisin cookies that I had already put in there. What happens? The anisette flavoring
of course,
from the Stelladoro bleeds into the homemade oatmeal and raisin cookies. And Tom, let me tell you something. Not bad.
Oh, really? Wasn't
just a tiny soupçon of anisette. Not bad.
A little licorice sprinkle on your oatmeal cookie, and
it didn't. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
It took people so long to get to salt on stuff because they're like, but then they just like, oh, a little touch of salt makes so much better. Now everyone's just like, they're just throwing salt everywhere. Salted caramel, salted cookies, all the salted chocolate chip. No one ever did that, right? And I don't expect the licorice trend, but it's not something that's obvious to people.
I feel like there's a market there. There's a market waiting to be exploited right there. A little anisette, just a quaff of anisette, just the tiniest little something.
Yeah, that's funny to me. So like, it wasn't ribald and boisterous, that this new flavoring. It was just
because it's a dry cookie, but it's heavy on the anisette. You put it in a enclosed container with some oatmeal raisin cookies. There's going to be some molecular interplay there, and there was, and it's good.
I like that.
It's rare that we get to have an epilogue on a snack.
I think that because I'm trying to imagine it, because I put those out and I was like, oh, anybody, and people are like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it was it's so boisterous and
it's a lot
punchy, and you're like, you stumbled onto a thing maybe.
It's exactly the same way penicillin was invented, and I think probably just as consequential.
They threw stuff in a jar.
Yep. Now I've opened up my package, and I'm not sure what to do here because I've got the hazelnut side and I've got the strawberry side. I'm not sure which to go first, and I'm not sure whether I should even maybe combine first.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. I'm looking at this thing. Don't you combine it?
I'm going to combine. I mean, if you're putting it in the same package, to me, that means it's meant to be eaten together. Therefore, I'm going to eat a combined.
I feel like you're exactly, I feel like the first bite should be that. And again, this damn thing, like, do you have any trouble opening it? It's made for 3-year-old hands. Like, this is ridiculous. Like this little thing here where I have to like.
You're struggling.
I got it now.
My foil didn't rip clean, and you're gonna lose points for that. If I've got foil, if you got a package and there's foil and it doesn't rip clean, there's gonna be a problem. First of all, it's hard to got that's no good, because it's so satisfying. Like on a Pringles can, when the foil comes off all in one piece, God, that's good. All right,
here he goes.
My initial response upon Duvalin hitting tongue, surprisingly, this was my very first thought. I love this. That was my first thought. Now, as we got a little further into it, I thought, is it a little too sweet? Probably. Am I enjoying it? Yeah. God damn, I am. I just got strawberry.
I went both.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting. You got to start dual. I feel like it's just that.
I started dual.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good spread. I'm sorry. This is a pretty good sweet spread. I don't hate this at all.
You know what this is?
Delicious?
Yeah, it's delicious. They jammed leftover icing into a plastic container.
They said, hey, you like cupcakes without the cupcake? Here you go. Duvalin.
But you could market it like the way they have it, like they, tiny writing. I'd like to see what the box looks like, because this is just like,
we can't, Tom.
Hazelnut and
we can't see the box.
I know, like the barcode is bigger than anything else on this stupid package. So I resent the package. The snack itself is good because I like icing on cake, and that's what this is. This is like, if you got, we should do this as a snack. What's the brand, like Betty Crocker, the cake icing. I'll buy like the cream cheese kind of cake icing. It's like, great. Yeah. And you can't eat without like, just completely passing out. Much more than this. Like right now, I'm this far in, I'm 4 scoops in. I'm like, all right, I got to calm down because I'm all revved up.
You got to say, the people at Ricolino know what they're doing. Kavanaugh shows up, head full of steam. What the hell? It's the size of an IHOP jam packet. Yeah. What the hell, guys? What are we doing?
But you, in fairness to us and to me, when you say justified.
What's justified?
Our assault on the packaging of this thing.
Oh yeah, the packaging's terrible. Terrible. That is not good packaging at all. It's cheap. It's flimsy. I don't know what it's communicating.
It's a jam packet. That's the whole thing. It'll get confused. It'll be over there on the aisle going, we're a snack.
No, you're not. You're a jam packet, stupid.
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's a snack. You're like, no, you're not.
You're a jam packet, you dumb piece of shit. But I tell you something. I just finished my entire package of Duvalin. It's the serving size is correct. I got to hand it to them. It's correct. You don't want more than that. I mean, am I going to have a second one? Maybe, but you don't want more than that. One Duvalin, you probably hear it in my voice. My voice has gone up an octave. This is pure sugar. They may have injected adrenaline into it as well. I don't know. But I'm ready to run through a wall now.
I feel the same way. I've had 3. And
3 bites?
Mm-hmm. 3 healthy, like I'm not even halfway through this thing. But I'm also like, I'm maybe halfway through, but I'm like, I gotta calm down. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's that thing where you like, and now like the funny thing is the sugar's kicking and I'm like, have more. My body's like, have more.
That's right.
Have more of this. It's right here. Have more.
Have
more.
18.
Have all of them.
Mike and Tom eat snacks on the internet.
You know what this would be great for? This would be great for a marathon snack. You're running by, somebody hands you a Duvalin, and you
Yeah.
take a cup of water, you take a Duvalin, you're ready to
Woo!
go. Yeah, you get to mile 26. You're like, all right, I guess I'll turn around and run back.
Yeah. If you have a Duvalin at mile 25.8,
Yeah.
because once you get maybe like, like in the mile.
Oh yeah. By the time you turn around, and you're at mile 29.
400
Yeah.
yards. Duvalin will get you 400 yards, right? And then, God, I need to. Your knees are shaky. You're like, you have to have another Duvalin. Woo!
Yep.
Yeah, another 400 yards. Not sustainable.
Then you're in a coma. Yeah, you're in a coma.
Because by mile 12, you're like, all the turtles are just. You're like,
I'm scooping out. I'm going back in. I'm now
he's going
scooping
back
out the crevices of this stupid thing.
So you've done the whole thing.
I'm already done with my first one.
I'm impressed. And viewers, we don't even know if you are, but I really kind of urge you to try this thing, because I think that you will go through the same steps that Magic and I have gone through. Like your resentment. Are these guys even calling them snaps? Stupid jam packet. Screw you. You're giving them the finger in the aisle, in the great snack aisle of life. You're like, shut up and sit down. And then you kind of begrudgingly open it. And if you're not playing it completely straight, you're like a little cantankerous, like you're like having to do this with this dumb little snack with dumb writing.
Oh yeah, the foil's ripping as you're trying to take it off. You're looking at this dumb spoon,
dumb little spoon,
what is this?
Like elementary school spoon, and you're just like, what are we doing? And then you're like, oh,
I see what we're doing here.
You talking, I'll have it. Oh, great, yeah, it's a whole.
Now I'm angry.
Well, because, and we'll get to it in the ratings, but nobody likes to show off, right? Nobody likes being played. They're like, but also like a fair point is they're banking a lot on people not going, shut up. Because I'll tell you what, if it wasn't part of the preeminent snack podcast in the world, I'm not having this, right? Now that I've had it, I'm glad I've had it. Who doesn't like icing on a cake?
Why not just call it that? Why not just say, hey,
Oh
stupid, this is icing?
Right away, icing on a cake. You've just doubled your sales in like, what has it been? 12, 14 seconds? You've doubled your sales. Like Duvalin.
What is that?
Like, you can't read it. Like, look, can you read it?
No.
What's this say?
That says battle.
Battle, right? Bang. What's this say?
I don't know. I
don't
can't see it.
But if you do like icing on a cake, large font, that's all people want.
They're waiting in line. There's a line snaking around the block for this.
Humans are like, icing on a cake? And then they realize, oh, Jared, you like icing on a cake?
Yeah.
And Jared's like, everybody does, you idiot. And you're like, oh, yeah, you're right. But Jared makes a point, dry and funny though Jared may be. It's like, yeah, everybody likes icing on a cake. When I say you want some birthday cake, you're thinking, ooh, give me some of that like actual cake inside. You're like, no, you want the icing. And Duvalin's like, boff, when they open, they'll see. And we're like, but what if we don't open?
Exactly.
Or maybe it's like, maybe the profit doesn't mean a thing. Maybe Duvalin is indeed a count. And he's like, it's one of the things I do. When they find out, they recognize my greatness, but I'm already great. So what?
But then why is he changing the look?
Yeah, well, maybe it's the people at the factory going like, we got to do something because there's no impetus here. It doesn't care about our profit margin, nothing. We need to be involved. We can't just churn this stuff up. Let's put a little kid on it. Kid got a nose? No. That's a month of fun for those people. Ratings.
Rating. I mean, as I said, I'm angry. I'm angry because I don't like to be made a fool of on my own podcast. I don't like it. I don't like that at all. When I show up to work, I'm showing up with my visor on, with my sleeve garters, my pencil sharpened. I'm getting ready to sit down and put in an honest day's work. Then this shit hits my inbox. Ricolino Duvalin?
Which you can't even. Yeah, you're right. It is Ricolino.
And I'm supposed to look at this and think to myself, oh, this is delicious. No, don't rope-a-dope me.
Yeah.
Tell me what you are, what your plan is, what you're going to do, what your exit strategy is.
Yeah.
Don't come at me with a kid with no nose hazelnut strawberry candy, and it's not a candy, you idiots. It's a
Yeah,
spread.
we haven't really addressed that too much. It's like hazelnut and strawberry artificially flavored candy. So like not good for you and candy, which it isn't.
It's not a candy. This is practically a liquid. It's almost a milkshake. You take a milkshake, you leave it out for a couple of days, you're going to end up with Ricolito Duvalin.
You're going to end up with Ricolito Duvalin milkshake. It's not a candy. It's not a candy.
And
You don't even call it, like if you're talking about icing on a cake, you don't
call it a candy.
You don't call it candy. You don't say, and then make sure you don't say, hey, Junior, make sure you scoop up all of that candy. It's icing.
In fact, there's specific candies for cakes. Little candy cakes, you know, little sprinkly things that you throw on there, and they come in all different shapes, hearts, dice. You know, you ever get the dice ones? No, it doesn't exist. There's another market. There's another market.
Yeah.
God, I'm ready to run through a wall. I'm so furious and
you're furious
high.
and you're high.
Yeah,
You're
those
sugar
two things
high.
combined, terrible. Now, maybe when they say the risk of injury or death to somebody under 4 is because their heart might explode after eating this. That's possible.
I think it's like these kids.
I think it's the spoon.
I think someone's gonna swallow a spoon in the kindergarten class and that's it, game over. And then Duvalin is done.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, so we don't recommend it for the exact demographic this is targeting.
So then I opened the thing and it's delicious.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, that's just like so maddening.
It's just out of bounds.
Yeah, it's just like, look, you're gonna come in here with your stupid Kroger Jelly Belly. All right, you're doing this thing. You're trying to F me up with your flavors. It's like, we're doing the thing. We're doing the thing. Or you come at me with a home-baked chocolate chip cookie. I can smell you down the block. I'm like, oh, this aroma. It's like, great. Then I have it. It's amazing. That's what we're doing, right? And you come out here with this stupid jam packet, right? Clearly not caring about like whether it's bought or not, which that upsets us as snackologists because it's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
I feel like you look at this thing, I feel like it's anti-capitalist. This thing doesn't want to be bought. Amaya couldn't even bring herself to send us the whole package of it.
Yeah, Amaya's like, rip, chuck.
She bought one package, split it in half, and sent it to us. That's how little this candy wants to be bought. They couldn't even convince Amaya, whose entire life is about procuring snacks for us. They couldn't even convince her to buy 2. Ricolino Duvalin, hazelnut, strawberry candy. Fuck you, 7.5.
Oh, what a rating. Yeah, I don't want to follow that.
I feel like it was kind of a mutual rate. I mean, I don't know what your number is.
100%.
But we were working through it together.
No, we were working through it together because, and there's nothing I can add. You just nailed it. I'll just give the rating, but I will say this. It's like, I do feel like we almost never get to this point where it's like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing? Like, you call yourself a snack and you're like this, then you got to be shitty, man. You got to be shitty. You know, you can't be great. You can't. You can be mediocre, and you can edge towards a decent rating, but you can't be great.
If I'm looking at this packaging already before anything happens, the high water mark for this thing is going to be 5. That's the best this thing is going to hope for. 5.
Yeah, it'll never get 5. Like I'm
never going to get 5.
I bet that it'll never get 5. I think the high water mark for this package is 3. That's like that's the best. Like if we should do like a rapid fire quick off round, just like packaging. We'd be like bang, 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 and you know I bet like if we have a large enough sample size, we'll be pretty damn close, you know, to what the rating is. And then this fucker comes through and he's like, you know, and we're just like, now we're mad. We're mad. That first bite makes us go, ooh, I like it. Damn it.
I've never been this angry at a snack I enjoyed this much. Never will be again, I don't think.
I don't think so either because they've done everything wrong.
Yep.
Everything wrong. They started the race. They're wearing concrete boots, right? They got the runs. They're stopping a poop on the boots. They're like, and then burst. And you're like, what? You know, and all the other athletes are gathered around the finish line going like, really?
That guy?
Duvalin won? What was the number? Do we have footage of the race? Did they actually run the race? Like, yeah, totally legit. Totally legit. All the votes came in. Duvalin won. God, it's annoying.
I'll say this. Remember earlier I asked you, I said new look, and then we talked about the same flavor. And we said, well, I guess they already perfected the flavor. I couldn't have been dripping with more sarcasm. Turns out they did perfect the flavor.
We were already, and look, do we play it straight?
Yes. It's what we do. That's what we're all about. I mean, it's not what we're about. We're about respect for women.
So we're gonna give it a thing, but we've been doing this a long time. We sort of know which way this is gonna go. You're like, oh, you perfected the flavor. And I'm like, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, because we're prepared to rip them if they needed ripping. And this, I mean, I guess it's a testament to how fair we play it and how straight we play it, that we're both like, this is great. Damn it. Because and just for, if anybody over at Duvalin is listening, and you don't have to because you don't care about profit margin, clearly. But if this finds its way to you, change your name to icing on a cake. Put Duvalin in the tiny little red print where you've got like, new look. Nobody cares. Oh my God, we don't care about your look. Your look is stupid, all right? You can't make anything out as kind of a mishmash of coloring. You've got the little elf on there. Elf doesn't have a nose, but no one can really see it. Your packaging is brutal. It's terrible. Blue and pink don't really go together. Then you stick some yellow in there. What are you doing? A big barcode right in the middle that covers everything. You can't even, like Michael Magic managed to say it's Ricolino. I can't even see it, right? Everything you're doing is wrong. And then you come in there with a flavor. Icing on a cake us, right? And then take the proceeds and give them to grade school kids, right? If you don't care about your profit margin, just icing on a cake it. Ricolino, Duvalin, hazelnut and strawberry artificially flavored candy. You're not candy. 7.
See you next week.
See you next week.